Signed by the president, it has now become law. Also, a stimulus package update now that this bill is out of the way. And an update on the new COVID variant called Omicron and what they're saying about it. And one country sending out Christmas bonuses to their low-income residents, otherwise known as stimulus checks. All of that plus more in this video. Let's get into it right away. But if you haven't done so yet, or if you happen to be new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video so I can keep you updated each and every day with all this information that's changing very rapidly right now. As I'm doing all the research, I boil everything down into these short videos and I deliver them to you a few times each and every day so you can stay tuned with everything going on. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Subscribe down below and let's get into this right away. All right, so it is official. The president has signed the continuing resolution, which the House passed yesterday afternoon, the Senate passed it late last night, and the president signed it just a matter of a few hours ago. So it is a done deal, and we don't even need to worry about this again until mid-February, as that is when the government will stay funded through. February 18th is the date in which they have this through. Now, that averts a government shutdown that would have gone into effect at midnight, technically tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, right? So good thing we were able to get around that. It's a done deal. This was a lot of drama over the last 24 to 48 hours or so, but it's done and we don't need to talk about it again until mid-February, right? So finally, that is off the table now. Signed by the president. It's out of here. Perfect. Done. All right, next. Let's talk about the stimulus package and what this means now that the continuing resolution is done and over with, and we don't need to worry about a potential government shutdown. Now, this opens the door. The CR signed into law, by the way, CR is continuing resolution. Now that the continuing resolution is signed into law and out of here, this opens up the gates so that Congress can start working on the stimulus package. And when I say Congress, I'm actually talking about the Senate. The reason for that is the House passed it through 2 weeks ago. So, the House is already done with it. However, they're done with the House version of the bill, and we already know that there will be a Senate version of the bill here in a matter of just days as they work their way through this thing and apply all of their different amendments that they actually want to this bill. However, they had to get the CR done first before they could actually open up the gates on the reconciliation bill. Now, here's what's interesting. I was thinking about this, and this doesn't really provide a whole lot of value, but I want to tell you anyway because it's pretty interesting. Now remember, earlier this year, when the original stimulus package was actually announced, back in April of this year, I was thinking about all the different names that this package had. It's kind of interesting to see the progression, so I'll make it quick because honestly, it's not all that helpful, but I'm just going to tell you anyway because it's pretty interesting. So when that package was originally announced, it was announced as human infrastructure, right? Well, shortly thereafter, it turned into soft infrastructure, right? Because we had the hard infrastructure, like the other bill that passed through and signed into law about a few weeks ago. Well, this one was turned out as human infrastructure. Then it was called soft infrastructure. Then it was called the anti-poverty plan, right? So then they continued on, and all of a sudden it was called the Build Back Better agenda or the president's agenda. Then it was called the reconciliation bill. Now it's called the spending bill. So as you can see, there's been a lot of different names, and in fact, I didn't even hit on all the names right there. But as you can see, just over the last few months here, it went from being a soft infrastructure package, in other words, human infrastructure, to straight up being not even an anti-poverty plan anymore, right? So I don't know. I was thinking about that earlier and I thought, wow, quite the progression over the last 7 or so months, right? So anyway, just wanted to throw that out there really for you really quickly. All right, let's talk about this new COVID variant really fast here and see what's going on. So as we know yesterday, it started out in one state, California, a couple days ago, and yesterday alone, it was found in 4 more states. Well, as of today, I've been doing a bunch of research on this. I haven't seen any other states hit the board yet today. So kind of weird how 4 popped up yesterday and only 0 today. As far as what I saw, again, am I missing something? Maybe, but I didn't see anything as far as new states reporting. However, I did see some reporting coming out of South Africa, and they're saying, again, I don't want to spread rumors. I'm not here to do that. I'm simply telling you this is what I found. They're saying that this is spreading over twice the rate of other variants. Again, I'm not here to scare anybody. I don't want to instill fear. I'm just simply saying that's what I found in the research is what they're saying is it's spreading twice the rate of other variants that they've seen. So I don't know, right? Take it or leave it, whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying this is what I've been finding with the research. So At this point here in the United States, of course, it's not widespread at this point. There's only a handful of cases, maybe 9 cases so far, something like that. So that's what's been reported and discovered. So, nothing too significant yet. However, Dr. Fauci was also out saying that it is unlikely that we will ever eradicate COVID as a whole. In other words, completely remove it. It's likely something that we'll be living with just like the common cold and something like the flu, where we'll just see it. It's still around, but yeah, we can't really get rid of it. So basically he's saying it's probably something that'll be around forever. We'll just have to get it down to a manageable level that we can still live with it and kind of coexist with it, right? Not exactly what we want to do, but that's basically what he's saying. All right, so let's quickly talk about a country that is sending out Christmas bonuses. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I wish we could say it's the United States right now. Well, unfortunately, at this point, it's not the United States right now anyway. But remember, anything could be announced at any given point. However, the country of Ireland, they're going to be giving out Christmas bonuses to a lot of their residents. In fact, I read through all the different categories. There's 15 different categories of people that would be eligible for these Christmas bonuses. And it looks like it's going to be several $1,000s for these people. Now, here's what's interesting about it. These payments are going out to mostly people who are low income or fixed income. Now, here in the United States, we have Social Security, retirement, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA, RRB, right? So we have all of these programs. However, of course, over in the European countries, they have very similar programs, but they're called something totally different. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really know all the names, okay? I read through the list and it all sounded kind of weird to me because honestly, I didn't really recognize a whole lot of the names, but they do have very similar programs and that's what they're sending these checks out to. So the people that are drawing on the equivalent type programs of Social Security, SSDI, pensions, welfare programs. Again, I'm not saying that Social Security or any of these programs are welfare. I'm just simply saying the programs over in Ireland that are kind of similar to the other programs that we have here in the United States are the ones that are getting these thousands of dollars of what they're calling it Christmas bonus, right? Oh man, that sure would be nice right now. So anyway, this is one country over there that's actually sending out a lot of money. And again, when I read through this report, it was 15 different groups. Even unemployed people, people that are receiving unemployment benefits, again, they call it something different over there. Again, I don't even remember what it was called. A lot of different names. But these are the people that are actually getting these bonuses. So it's not going out to everybody. It's specifically going out to low income and fixed income or individuals who are out of work right now over in Ireland. So anyway, just want to throw it out there. Again, I highly doubt there's anybody here watching from Ireland. Maybe there's a couple people, but for the most part, probably not. I just thought it was really interesting because that's exactly what we've been calling on from Congress here in the U.S. for a really long time now, which is, hey, throw us some dough right now, right? And not dough being from Christmas cookies. No. Although that'd be pretty good too, right? But no, we want the green stuff, right? All right. Anyway, let's quickly talk about the market now. Now again, I don't talk about the stock market all that much, but lately it's been very interesting and I want to hit on this quickly because we have to watch this very closely because it's all intertwined very, very closely here. It's all correlated. Here's what's interesting. So this week has been incredibly volatile with the market. Last Friday, it was down, the largest drop for the entire year, about 2% across the indices. Now this year, it has been up multiple percents. It's been down a couple percent, back up, and then today alone, again, it was down 1%, 1.5%, 2%, depending on which indices you were looking at. But my point is, a lot of volatility. Along with all the volatility, though, the market did still end down quite a bit lower. So we have to watch this because I've said it before and we'll have to say it again, but this is kind of what started it all last year, right? Early in 2020, COVID was brand new to us, right? It made its way over to the U.S. There was only a small handful of cases, and the market went straight down for 2.5 weeks straight, right? It was a 50% drop in a very short period of time. It was straight down every day, right? So that's what we're watching kind of now too. Again, it's very volatile. It hasn't been straight down. It's been actually up a few days this week significantly, but it's also been down significantly a lot too, including today. And this is kind of how it all started. So this whole new variant with COVID right now coming across, again, there's only a handful of cases here that we know about so far, but the market, it's not loving it, and it's kind of moving its way down a little bit. So again, we have to watch all of this stuff because it's very highly correlated. And as I've said before, whatever happens to the market, you've got to watch it. Even if you're not involved, you still got to pay attention to it, because anytime that the market sees a big significant drop, guess what they do? They plow a bunch of money out there and get it out there to prop it back up. They do it every time. Back in 2008, what did they do? Printed a ton of money and plowed it into the market. What did they do early last year? Printed a ton of money, trillions of dollars, plowing it out there, right? So that's why you got to know this stuff, because anytime that they print money, that's called stimulus, right? And they're pumping it out. Well, if they're printing money, we want to grab some, right? So obviously, and I want to do whatever I can to watch all this closely and make sure that we can get some of the money that they're printing up. Fresh bills, right? Yeah. So anyway, by the way, when I say printing money, they don't physically print money. It's just literally changing digits on a computer, right? That's all they do. So it's not like they're, running the printing presses. That's not really how printing money works. Not anymore anyway. It's all digital, right? So very easy stuff to do. They just add a bunch of digits on a computer. Anyway, so this is what I have for you as of right now, but it is signed into law from the president, the continuing resolution. And again, I'll keep watching everything else closely and keep you posted with everything going on, as there's a lot going on right now. A lot of things are changing, and I'm here for you every day as your one and only daily advocate. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Subscribe down below, share this video or any others here on the channel with your friends, family, and social media, and I'll catch you again later with another update. Thank you again. I appreciate it. I'll see you soon.